Yo, so many game adventures here. Welcome back to more Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. Well, last episode we finished up Temple of Doom. I didn't mean to go in there, thank you very much. And this episode we are going to be starting up the Last Crusade with the first level, the Hunt for Sir Richard. Let's do it. Welcome to the Last Crusade. Alright, true adventure for this level is 50,000 studs, which isn't too bad considering what we've had to deal with in the past. Anyway, in our control, our side characters, we have Elsa and Brody. They are both scholars, meaning they can both use their blue books to solve hieroglyphic puzzles. The only difference is that Elsa is a female character and can therefore jump much higher than Brody, as we've established in the past. Anyway, we're going to want to stay playing as Elsa for now, because the first thing we're going to need to do as her is head over to these flowers and leap up onto this rope and onto these ledges right here. Now, the official way to do this, that I'm probably going to do here, just so I can show you the way the game wants you to do it, is to switch to either Brody or Indy, flip this lever like so, and then bounce your way over to the next awning. But what you can also do, if you feel daring enough, is leap up onto this handrail right here by jumping off of this guardrail. Here, I'll do it again. Jump off of this. Oh, good thing I put that balcony there. Jump off of this, onto the handrail, and then over to this balcony without ever having to touch the awning. Very evidently, that is not how they wanted you to do that, but it is something that you can do, and so I figured I'd show it off for you guys. Anyway, however you manage to get over here, you want to hop over here, and we can reassemble these seeds in order to grow plants to get some studs, as well as destroying, no, I mean, yes, destroying, but it sounds like it's destroying this chair, as well as replanting the seeds, and once again, after I finish breaking open all of these gates to get as many studs as possible, we're going to want to switch to either Brody or Indy, flip that lever down there, and extend the awnings for us to get that key on the right that you may or may not have seen earlier. Alright, switch to one of them, extend the awnings, and we will bounce our way across like so. Grab the key, hop down to the balcony below, and then head over to the key mechanism right here to extend a whip platform for Indiana Jones to use. Now, before we head over there as Indy, we want to clean up this area as much as we can so that we can get close to, or not close to, but get as many studs as are available to us so that it'll be easier for us to get True Adventure a little bit further down the line. Ideally, what we want to have happen is we want to get True. I just punched that plant through the wall. We're not even going to question it. Is we want to get True Adventure before the final area, and I will explain why that is when the time comes. But for now, we're going to step into this fountain and get the blue stud at the very, very top, because blue studs are always nice things for us to have. And I'm pretty sure I can whip out to these things. Let's see. Yes, I can. I can whip. You can use Indy's whip to destroy this stuff for a few extra studs. You might have to go into the water to get some of it, but no worries there. No, please don't follow me into the water. Nope, don't do it. Oh, you follow me into the water. Getting them out of the water can be a pain in the butt sometimes, because sometimes they just don't want to get back in. But hey, what can you do, I suppose? Get as many studs as we can. Looks like we're almost ready to head on to the next area as Indy. And, yep, alright, let's head on out. We have around almost 9,000. That should be... Oh, wait, I forgot to break this plant over here. And we should be good. Okay. So now, as Indy, you can whip across to the other side. Don't worry, we will be obtaining a method of getting Elsa and Brody over here very quickly. All we gotta do is bust open these bars right here, grab the second key, and then use this on the key mechanism on the other side of the bridge to extend it so that Elsa and Brody can cross no problem whatsoever. There's a lot of stuff for us to break in this area, so don't mind if I do. We are going to need this because obviously we don't have Short Round anymore, so we can't use him to get through this door. But it does give me a blue stud for assembling it, so don't mind if I do. So you're going to encounter some guards over here, but they're not going to be that big of a deal because, you know, they've never been that big of a deal. Well, though you can grab one of their guns for future combat. Alright, you can also reassemble these pieces right here in order to get the fountain functional again, which not only give you a blue stud for assembling it, but if you then ride the fountain to the top as you did in the previous area, you can obtain the blue stud waiting for you at the very top. Anyway, once you're satisfied with your stud count, you can switch to either Elsa or Brody, doesn't matter which one, and solve the hieroglyphic puzzle that will prevent you from getting into the library. And once you do, you can feel free to step inside. Apparently I did that too fast for the game to register. Okay, now it's a library, so we want to be quiet by destroying everything in the library to get as many studs as possible. It's very humorous, actually, how it's meant to be a quiet place, but we're just gonna break everything to get the studs.
A phantom in your room with no intent on leaving soon, and you're still not even sure just how I got here. Another ghost that's in your bed that you wish.
That should be good enough for now. Alright, so before we start getting to work actually solving the puzzles that this room holds for us, we are going to break open these potted plants. Oh, I think I just killed a guy. That's unfortunate. We're going to break open these potted plants and then reassemble the pieces that fall out of them in order to form a checkered tile that we can then shove this suit of armor along and onto the orange pad at the end. Because this is going to lead us to the one of only 2 artifact pieces in the entire level. That's right, 2 that we can obtain in story mode. That means the other 8 artifact pieces along with the parcel can only be obtained in free play mode. That is nearly the polar opposite of Pingot Secrets, in which you can get everything in story mode except the parcel. So, yeah. Anyway, to actually solve the puzzles in this room is going to be 4 boxes of parts that we need to obtain and then reassemble the pieces that fall out. The first one's going to be up that ladder on the right-hand side, like I just demonstrated. The second one is in plain view, right over here. We'll use Indy's whip to grab it, like so. Drop it down and reassemble the pieces that fall. And then the third and fourth ones are going to be over on the left side of the area. We'll get the one on the ground first. Let's head over here to where we're going to find some books in the wall, which we can then burst open like so. And as we do, we'll expose a lever that we can pull to rotate the wall around and get our hands on the third box of parts. Then after this, you may have been able to figure this out already, but we can head over to that whip point towards the top end of the screen and use Indy's whip to pull down a staircase. Well, I mean, it's not going to directly pull down a staircase, but we can create a staircase out of what comes out, which is a spinner, which is going to cause that staircase to be created as long as you push against the green side. And you don't want to stop, because if you take your hands off the spinner, it will undo itself like that, and you don't want that to happen because that is a very annoying thing to have to redo. Anyway, remember when I said that we're actually going to get an artifact piece in this area? Well, we're going to do that right now. You may have seen 2 swords pop open on the wall when we pulled, when that statue got placed on the orange pad. Well, we're going to use these swords. We're going to head over here, use one sword to cut the first... that was a fail. We're going to use one sword to cut the first rope, like so. And then we are going to use the second sword to cut the second rope. And then once we do that, we can hop into the cage and grab ourselves an artifact piece. And that's going to be the last artifact piece that we can get until the very final area of the level. So hang on tight for that one. Anyway, there's going to be some studs we can get by just breaking open these cabinets, so don't mind if I do. And then once you are content with that, we are going to use either Brody or Elsa, again, doesn't matter, to solve this hieroglyphic puzzle right here. And now it pops, you guessed it, the final box of parts. Alright, so let's carry this down the stairs. Carry down the stairs. Over the top left-hand side of the final, whatever green spot you haven't placed a box on yet. And now X marks the spot. If you've seen the movie, you know what we're about to do. If you haven't, then allow me to demonstrate. Make your way back up the stairs, and then once you get to the top, we're going to leap out to this rope, like here. Then jump across these handrails, like so. And then you can make it over here. And you can reassemble some stuff if you want for some extra studs, or break the books in the wall. Both are perfectly acceptable options. Either way, there's plenty of studs you can acquire in this area. So I will just go ahead and get my hands on those really quickly. Oh, those all just went into my inventory instantly. But once you are content with your stud count, what we can do is head over to this whip point and use Indy's whip to swing to the chandelier and break the X. Hop into the hole to proceed to the next area. Welcome to Sir Richard's tomb. Okay, so inside one of these coffins, you are going to find a shovel. So go ahead and grab that. And should you, for any reason, want to go back up to the library, so say, for instance, you accidentally fell into the hole and you left the artifact piece behind, you can reassemble these handles right here and get yourself a ladder up and running. I will not be going back to the library, but if you want to for any reason, then by all means, go ahead. Anyway, now that we have this shovel, we're going to head to that spot in the ground, which looks like we can dig there, because we can. And we are going to dig up a box of parts that we are going to use in a second to reassemble a fan. But in the meantime, we're just going to reassemble some stuff nearby to get our hands on some studs, like so. We'll do it again for the right-hand side, because every stud counts towards getting that 50,000 value. There we are. And that should be good for now. Okay, so this is a Thuggy statue, but we left the Thuggy behind in the last episode. We eradicated them. And now we're going to carry this box over to the green pad and reassemble these pieces into what I said we were going to be making initially, which is a fan. Which isn't activated yet, but don't worry, we're going to change that. We're going to pull on this orange handle to pull this thing out of the wall, hop up here, stand on the switch to turn on the fan, and it will reveal a massive hieroglyphic puzzle for good old Elsa to solve. Oh, never gonna pass up the opportunity to get some free studs. Alright, now we will encounter our third and final phobia of the walkthrough. Elsa and rats. Indy's afraid of snakes, Willie's afraid of bugs, and good old Elsa is afraid of rats. Which admittedly is pretty much only here because they want, oh dear, because they want somebody from every movie to have a phobia. It is kind of forced because in the movie, while Elsa is afraid of the snakes, she's not really afraid of them. That wasn't part of the plan. Like, I mean, she's upset, or not upset, but she's disturbed by them. But it's not I wouldn't call it a phobia like the likes of Indy and Willie. Anyway, step into the water so that Elsa can cross safely. Or not cross safely. Come on, don't go all Willie and short round on me now. Alright, now that's taken care of, we can hop up onto this rope with Indy, or with Willie, and then as Indy we can pull down on this lever like so. To open the doorway, 4th. Alright, now that's taken care of. We're going to whip swing across the gap as Indy, like so. And climb our way up over here. And can we use any whip? We can't use any whip, but we can use a torch to throw at the spider web, like so. That's going to be important later. Now that's taken care of. Oh dear, you're all the way over here. Well, that's a pretty interesting situation for you to be in. Okay, Indy, don't follow me. You want to stay over here now. Because what you want to do here... Get off that rope, Elsa. Thank you very much. Stand on this platform as Indy. Switch to Elsa to pull up on the rope. And then use Indy's whip on this platform to pull on the handle that we pulled open earlier. To cause 3 platforms to appear on the right side of the area. And then you can move over here as both characters. Pull open the levers if Elsa's going to join us. Yes, she is. Or not. Pull open the levers to open the door to the next area. Okay, now this is the tomb part of Sir Richard's tomb. Okay, now technically there is an artifact piece up there that we should be able to get. The problem is that actually, you know what? Let me see if I can finagle a way to get my hands on that artifact piece. Yeah, I figured as much. I must have done all this stuff earlier because oh dear. No, okay, fine. Now we'll put it over on the left. I must have done all this experiment because I remember trying to find a way to get up there now. You need to be in free flow mode, so if it is just 2, you can get in story mode. Anyway, I'm going to push this crate over to the left, and you'll notice that even after I stop pushing it, it still slides a little bit. So you want to just push it a little bit at a time, and then let its momentum carry for the rest of the way. And we're going to push it into this hole in the ground right here. It'll lock itself into place. And then what you want to do is push this tomb over to the right side of the area. And then as Elsa, you can hop up on top and push this crate towards the back of the screen, or back of the room, and then push it off the edge like so. Then you can just nudge it carefully into position like you did the first crate, and then once they are both locked and loaded and ready to go, you can step on them as both characters to cause a tomb to rise up from the ground. This tomb all the way to the front side of the room, and then leap up here to proceed to the final area of the mission. I missed. Okay, final area of the mission is the battle against Kasim. So, before things get too hectic, we're gonna gather as many studs as we can, like so. And they're gonna be coming around the corner any minute now, so we're just gonna get as many studs. Ah, here they are. All right, so dispatch his henchman first, and then get as many punches in on him as you can before he runs away. And now it is an on-foot chase. Again, we want to dispatch his henchman before you take off after him in your own boat, because that is, of course, what you're planning on doing. You are going to jump in a boat and give chase to him, because that is what this level will turn into. A boat chase. And it's pretty neat, no lies told. It is also the area in which we're going to get our hands on the second and final artifact piece of the level. Once you're ready, we're going to hop in a boat. And in order to get the artifact piece, what you want to do is you want to... Oh, dear. Actually, you know what? Before you get the artifact piece, you want to get him to the central island. How do you do that? Well, you ram his boat 4 times. And where is the boat? Did it change course? Or am I gonna, okay, I was about to say. It either changed course or I was about to crash into it. Let's try to cut him off as he goes around this end. Alright, that's it. Drive straight into me, bucko. Straight into me. Ooh, he evaded. He evaded. Alright, come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, there's 2. There's 3. Alright, we got him. Once you hit him 3 times, he will flee to the central island. Now, as you may have been able to discern, the way to get the artifact piece is to run into all 10 of these red beacons in the water. And while you can do it while he's chasing after you, It is a lot easier when he is kept on that island and therefore unable to harm you. So I recommend getting him over there, and then you can just spend the rest of the time running over all this stuff. No big deal whatsoever. Anyway, yeah, just run over all of them, grab as many studs as you can see. We've still not got our hands on True Adventure, but don't worry, we will obtain True Adventure before the end of the episode. And you may have seen some of the methods in which we're going to employ to get it. And we're nearly there. 9 out of 10, we've got one more to go. There it is. And now it is spawned there on the central island right next to Kasim. So, let's go grab it. But before we do that, we're going to switch to Elsa's boat because we want to make jumping up here as smooth as possible, like so. And get some hits in on Kasim to cause him to flee back in. Anyway, let's dispatch the henchman, who goes down in a single hit, as with the rest of them. And here's the second and final artifact piece that we can obtain in story mode for the hunt for Sir Richard. It's kind of sad, actually. Alright, we've got 5,000 more to go. We're going to get an easy 1,000 right here. Is our boat still in the area? Yes, it is. Alright, let's hop in this boat. Make sure you're still playing as Elsa, because we're going to head to the far right side of the area, in which we are going to find a blue stud. Not a purple stud, but it is a blue stud, which is better than nothing. Alright, just a few more studs and we'll nearly be there. Alright, 47,000, or just a few more to go. Next set of studs we can find is on this side of the area. So let's just hop out and dispatch with the henchman, like so. Break open all the boxes that you're going to find in the area. And that will get you just a few more studs. Every bit helps. Break open everything. And we are still only at a little less than 49,000. Don't worry, we're nearly there. I wonder what was going wrong. I didn't reassemble these plants from earlier. There we go. That's something more like what we had in mind. Okay. So now that we have our hands on True Adventure, because I was wondering, usually I have it at this point, so what's going wrong? I just forgot to assemble the plants from earlier. That was my bad. Okay. Now, where's his boat? There it is. Alright. Same as before, just 3 hits and he will flee, not to the central island this time, he will flee to the propeller on the right side of the area. Let's go finish this fight. Head to the far right side of the area where you saw Kasim flee to earlier, and I'm guessing Indiana Jones has just disappeared because oh no, there he is. There he is. Here, you know, for cinematic value, we're going to switch to Indiana Jones because, you know, cinematics. Switch to Indiana Jones, hop on to Kasim's boat, and finish the fight. If I can get on without falling off. There we are. Level ends when he's not. Well, level ends when he's out of hearts. Level complete, free play unlocked. Today we unlocked Indiana Jones in his professor outfit. We unlocked Elsa. And we unlocked Brody. We of course obtained True Adventure and raised our total stud count by that value. And obtained a whopping 2 artifact pieces. And that's going to the episode of Lego Indiana Jones' Eventual Adventure. So I would like to thank you for watching. Stay tuned to the next episode of this minigame. And just hope you have fans who have a good day, and I'll catch you next time for some more Lego Indiana Jones' Original Adventures. Goodbye.